Hello again, guys. This is Blue Valkyrie, and I forgot what day it is, but thank you for tuning into my channel. This is part of the 31-day tarot challenge. Today I'm going to be discussing my third Raider-Waite tarot deck. I believe today, I don't know, it's day 10. So yes, day 10. You're gonna think that it's ludicrous that I have so many tarot decks, but yes, I do. I collect them. Sue me. Okay. This tarot deck, it's actually called Universal Waite, as in a universal form of the Raider-Waite. So it's not white, it's Waite. The Universal Raider-Waite tarot. The backside, as I have said before, usually tells you which Raider-Waite it is, and this one, Universal Waite, it features a softer artwork, and it was published by Raider-Waite Publishing. I believe it's in England, I'm not sure. I'm also going to be sharing with you today the book Introduction to Tarot, that it illustrates both Raider-Waite and Crowley decks, and it does feature both, you will see. Like, for instance, this is Crowley, this is Crowley, this is Crowley, Crowley, Crowley. The others are just Raider-Waite. So basically, I will share the context of the book later on. It's a book that came in it was a whole box. Had this book, it had another kind of workout book that got sadly lost in a flood. It also got it got the two decks that were on a smaller size like this, and so the other deck I think I gave away, if I'm not mistaken. And I also had like a cheat code, a cheat sheet. It was a fold out, 3 fold out, that I don't know what the hell happened to it. So let's go on with the cards, okay? Because I'll go back to the book later. Oh, and yours truly is shooting this while she's on her lunch break, because thankfully I found a job. Don't know if I'm going to stay with it, because it's already just training and it's killing me. Oh, let's see how well I can do this while I am on my lunch break. Let's turn over the cards. This, as you can see, I'm gonna give you a close-up. As you can see, the artwork is more or less the same. Let's see, I always review this one to give you an idea of the differences, but as you can see, it's exactly the same. The magician has, aside from his magic wand, he has the cup, the sword, the pentacles, and the wand. They all represent the minor arcana on a table that he's mastering all of those elements, and that's why you see that here. And if you remember the last 2 videos, the artwork was exactly the same, except, I don't know if you can notice, these colors are a little bit lighter in hue, and they're more like watercolors. I mean, they're still bright, but for instance, take the Chariot, see? Not too bright, and I like that they're a little bit muted. Like, let's see here, the Ace of Wands. You see, it's not as vivid as another Ace of Wands would be. Here, let's take, for example, in the book. You see here in the book we have here's the regular colors for the Fool, and if you compare it to this one, they are still the same colors, but here the hues are lighter. Uh, Here the light in the artwork is also coming from this side, and here you don't have any other perspective of where the light's coming from. It's a very crude and very true to the most I would say the oldest known forms of those cards. So this is why I like this deck, and someone very special gave it to me, so haha. And I'm not even going to show you the cards that one of the dogs wanted to play with, so that's for another day, for another challenge. Tarot cards that have been damaged by dogs. Not gonna go into it. Okay, so here's the introduction. Like I said, it's a very nice guide. It has a lot of good elements. Here's a table of contents, and it separates a lot of the arcana. It gives you other artwork based upon the tarot. This is a close-up of the High Priestess. I like it that she's all in blue, and of course gives you a bit of history, gives you names of people that were really involved into what we know today as the tarot, or at least gave it a push about the tarot. Like I have said, Arthur Edward White, that's why his name is one of the names of the decks. Lady Pamela Coleman Smith, and hey, it's Uncle Aleister Crowley. He looks more like Uncle Fester there, but we'll get to that another day. It talks to you about the Egyptian Book of Thought and what the references it had, and again why. Basically, I would say the line of thought, the school of thought, that the tarot cards came from the Book of Thought. So their Egyptian was this man over here. And even though we owe him the revival interest in the tarot cards, some of his theories are just theories. They're not really facts. And the more we've progressed, the more facts we find. So it tells you the equivalent of the 4 elements in the minor arcana. It talks about the court cards and so forth. It's basically what every book has. I do like that they make a comparison between Universal deck and an Aleister Crowley deck, because the Aleister Crowley deck, their art is very different. They're supposed to evoke the similar meaning, but there's a lot of artistic licenses, and you can take that as an example when choosing another kind of tarot cards. And it talks a lot about that. Good thing. See, divinatory meaning, it only tells you what it is. It doesn't mention at any moment those pesky reversed meanings that people just love to give. You know already how I feel about that. It also tells you a little bit of how you can integrate the tarot into more of a path work, spiritual work, and gives you more about the other spreads. This is explain the Tree of Life spread. This is the diagram, and basically that's what the book really represents. It gives you in the end, this is from the 3 of Cups, rituals with tarot cards. Now I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of pagans do use tarot cards for spells, because the energy of what that card represents will add up like an additional boom for the work. And you can, I wouldn't use the card themselves, but I would make a copy of the card or a symbol that, will be related to the card. And then, because unless you want to buy a deck just for magic using, There's several rituals here. It's telling you rites of earth, rites of air, of fire, my favorites, of course, and water. See, right there. There was a lot to learn from that fire ritual. So, anyway, tells you about the tarot decks, a tarot altar, how to treat your tarot deck. Here we go again. How you treat your cards is a magical tool. They're to be highly regarded, not lying on the floor. That's kind of like self-explanatory. I mean, it's not like you're going to worship them, but you're not going to leave them around for the cat to do the little cat yellow baptism on them, if you know what I mean. So, and like I said yesterday, you try to accommodate them as you see fit. Now, here's a tidbit that actually I have done a lot, and not just with new tarot decks, but if I want to cycle through tarot decks and I want to change, let's say, from now on, for a period of time, I want to go ahead and use a different tarot deck than the one I'm using right now. That's one of the dragon decks. I place it by the bed with me as I sleep. I usually put it under my pillow, and I also put some runes under my pillow. And this explains goes a little bit further into that reasoning. And basically, just the last card's an overview. And about the author. The author was written by Susan Levitt. So again, guys, this was Tarot Day number 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it, for those few cool cats that actually watch my videos. So tomorrow I'll have another deck and book for you. Until then, bye bye.